Hello and welcome to another episode of Spare Time Gardening with me, Simon, and as usual I'm in the greenhouse. So in this episode what we're going to do, we're going to start off the begonias, we're going to start off the dahlias, the tubers that we've saved from last year, just so we can get some cutting material so we can enhance our stock. So I'll show you how to do that. We'll also take a little bit of a quick snapshot and a quick look at how the seedlings are doing now. It's been a couple of weeks since we sowed them. Enjoy! So these are the dahlia tubers that I saved from last year. So all you do is just cut them off at the base and just leave them somewhere frost free. What you'll find with these is all the goodness is stored in the tuber itself. So what we're going to do is pot these up, and then hopefully within a couple of weeks you'll find that they're starting to burst into growth, and then we can use that as cutting material to enhance our stocks. So I'll show you what you need to do to start these off for the new growing season. Right, so what you need is a good quality pot, just using these plastic ones that I've recycled from years before. Some potting compost, this is just multi-purpose. So just put the multi-purpose into the pot, put a good layer in the bottom, just like so, and then you want to put your tuber in top of it. So I'll just grab the tuber. Because it's only a small pot, I'm just going to use one of these small tubers. So I'm just going to pop that into the pot. Doesn't matter if you have to bend some of the tuber around a little bit. Just bend it round. Make sure all the roots are covered. And then just fill that with more multi-purpose. Because this compost is quite damp, I wouldn't recommend watering it at this stage because you don't want it to rot, but you need to keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't dry out too much. So pop it in the pot like that, and then what we'll do is once we've got them all potted up, we'll pop them into the greenhouse where they can start to begin to burst into life. So let's just go and do another one. Slightly bigger pot for this one because this one's got a bigger root system. So again, a couple of handfuls of soil in the bottom. I'll grab one of the bigger tubers. Again, just pop it in the pot. Like so. And all you do is just backfill again with multi-purpose. Probably is a good idea to give it a bit of a shake so then the soil goes all the way around the bottom so you don't get no air pockets. And then firm it down. There you have another dahlia potted up. Again, pop it in the greenhouse, and what we'll do then is wait for it to burst into life. Once you see some growth, we'll then to take some cuttings from it. So these are the begonia tubers. So I've got some giant ones that I put in, and these have been about 4 or 5 years old now. These are the tubers from last year. So just tidy them up a bit, and then what we'll do is I'll show you what to do. Pop them in trays so you can start them into growth, so we can have another season of some lovely begonias. So let's see how we start them off. So I've found the best way to start off your begonia tubers is in a little seed tray. So we're just going to use this little seed tray here from a non-heated propagator. Fill it with a layer of compost, put your tubers on top, and then just fill around it. Now what we'll do is just leave that somewhere frost free, waiting for it to burst into growth. So let's see how we do that. So a layer of compost, again just a multi-purpose compost. a nice layer of multi-purpose. And what you do then is get your begonia tubers, and we'll just then pop them into the soil, and I'll show you how to fill them down. So here's a begonia tuber. Just clear off a bit of the soil. What you hopefully can make out is the fibrous bits. These are the roots that are underneath it. They normally get a concave shape on the top. So if you can see that, a little bit of a divot there. So that means that that goes up, and that's where the growth will come from. So you just gently nistle that into the soil. What we will do then is put a little bit of soil around it, not to cover it, but just around the edges. So again with this one, another tuber, you got the roots underneath, little fibrous roots. At the top you can see where the growth came from. So you've got the little concave shapes that goes that way down. And there you go, begonias set off in the trays, ready for the growing season. Have a quick check in then on the seedlings. So these were planted a couple of weeks ago now. So this is the petunia. We've got multifloral on the left and bedding mix on the right, but looking lovely. Although we've got the tedious task of potting on and pricking out, which I'll do in a later video once they get their true leaves. Here's the lobelia. Again, this was sown, as you'll see on the date there, 15th of February, so a couple of weeks ago. So again, we want to prick these out and probably have about between 3 and 5 per cell, but I'll show you a video on how to do that. Here's the tomato and chilli. So on the left hand side, in the foreground you've got my sweet aperitif saved from my own seed, and in the background is the moneymaker, and then here on the right hand side we've got my chilies, the red demon variety. So once they get their true leaves, again we'll show you how to prick them out. So let's have a look in my homemade propagator. This is what I refer to as a hot box, although I've turned all the heat off now because all the seeds are through. So in the middle here you've got asters. So two variety of aster in there once they start getting their true leaves, which some are starting to. We'll be able to prick those out. And in the background here we've got Dahlia, that's the dwarf bedding mix. In this one, which you'll see some have started to get their true leaves, so I'll be able to prick those out soon. That one is the, let's have a look at the label, Begonia. And in this one here, although it might need a little bit of water, this is the pom-pom variety. So again, once they start getting their true leaves, we'll then be able to prick them out and pop them on. But all doing really well, just after a couple of weeks. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. And please feel free to leave your comments and feedback below. I'd love to hear from you, so don't be shy, and of course I'll reply. See you soon.